Alrighty, what's up troopers? My name is Neon and welcome to a new stream. Hope you're all doing well. We're actually back on Battlefield. I thought it was some time to go back onto it. Apparently we have like an update or something for PlayStation. So I need to find out where this is. But it's like a setting called audio focus. I wonder if it's going to be in like sound. I wonder where this is. See, this is microphone. There was a setting. It's like almost like focus audio. But I actually don't know where that would be. I see it. I just don't know where the setting is for it. But it's like you can increase the footsteps and stuff. Might not even be out yet. But anyway, today for Battlefield 2042, we have the 9042 mode. And that's what we're going to be going for today. I had a blast. I had so much fun. When we came back to Battlefield and we started playing again, this was the mode what we started playing the first time. And I had a blast because it adds that feeling of like the old school Battlefield in a modern style. So that's what we're going to be getting into. Let me just set up the bot. So let me see some faces. Who's in the stream? Alright, the bot's working. Nice. Hope everyone's Thursday's going well. One more day, guys, and it's Friday. For my wife, it's technically her Friday today. She gets like 4 days off every odd 2 weekends or something like that. So she's off after today. So we're going to be playing some games, doing some repo. It's a lot of fun, that game is. Alright, here we are. Let's warm ourselves up and just snipe a little bit. Oh. Oh, someone's already there. We need to turn this music just slightly. There we go. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. What you guys all been up to? Oh, it's not really anyone to snipe, is there? Not really. Close. Okay. Let's go for the MP5 then. I'm gonna roll with that gun. There's a bomber on the floor. It's kind of on the floor. It looks like he got himself stuck more than anything. Alrighty, bud. Up you get. There you go. So talk to me, troopers. What are you guys up to? Oh, I guess we'll just go all the way down to C. We already got C2 anyway, so just the C flag. Chances of them not having a tank though, pretty high. This guy is still trying to get that vehicle out. It might be AI trying to get out, you know. But it's stuck, so he might be like confused. Don't know, you don't see that every day, that's for sure. Oh, they're actually behind. I think there's someone up on the hill. Oh, here's one. Sorry, they got him. All good. He is down. Feels weird to be back on controller, you know? It's crazy. Like, I only left and started playing keyboard and mouse for about a week. That was it. Just about a week. And now it feels weird to be back on controller again. But then that was the thing. Like, when I went to keyboard and mouse, it took me about a week to get used to that. Honestly, it's kind of crazy because, like, I know a lot of people who can be very fluent to controller and mouse and keyboard. But for me, it takes me about a week to, like, get adjusted between the two. Zero, how you doing? Jesus, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Thought it was back on BFE for a second. No, no, no. Oh, probably because of the thumbnail. I probably didn't name it 2042, did I? I just put back on Battlefield. Now, we're doing the 1942 mode today on 2042. Yeah, I love playing this mode. Out of all the eras of Battlefield I can go back to and play, this is one of them. I actually like the Portal side, how they, like, introduced the older Battlefields and you can experience them with more modern. I was pretty chill with that, actually, because, like, even now with, like, Bad Company 2, I'm never going to have the chance to play that again because they closed down the servers. It's done. It's finished, you know? So at least I can experience it, but in a modern setting. Just feels more grounded. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's how the next Battlefield will feel like, personally. Like, obviously with, like, more, like, modern. But you won't be going around with, like, exosuits and stuff, you know what I mean? Honestly, we're pretty lucky that 2042 never... Like, they backtracked on the specialist really quick. I'm glad they did. Because if they never backtracked from the specialist, it would have turned out like Delta Force, you see. Because Delta Force went the full route with the specialists. What is fine, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way how they want to create the game. Are you playing tonight, Zero? We're doing some repo tonight. I believe we have room, if you are down. I know it's me, Nikki, Smokey, Mickey, me, and then you. I think that'll be 6, right? No, that'll be 5. That'll be 5. We'll be on pretty much most of the night, so honestly you could just hop on whenever you feel like it. It's my wife's time off, so she ain't got work tomorrow. I know she'll stay up pretty late, and as long as everyone else stays up pretty late, we'll be up. Obviously late is late, you know what I mean? You know. And if we start early, the earliest I would say is probably like 7 o'clock. So that's 6 o'clock your time. But that's the earliest. I think it would be like more 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So probably like 8 or 7 your time. And then the latest, and probably until we get off, I would say it would be like 1 or 2 your time. That's the latest. We'll probably be off. So we're trying to squeeze in like 5 hours today or something. Really just see how it just turns out. Thing is, it's such a addictive game that the rounds can go on for a while. Hey, that's all good, man. You don't have to sweat about it. I know you got stuff. You want to do stuff with the wifey. I get it. Yeah, if you can't make it today and stuff, don't worry, because I guarantee we're going to be playing for the weekend. And definitely Saturday for sure. I'm assuming Friday. Why not? And Sunday, unless it's earlier. But we could probably do Sunday too. So really through the whole weekend, honestly. But definitely Saturday. Saturday for sure. And I wish I had a bazooka, you know. It would have been a perfect takedown. So Saturday night and Sunday nights on my late nights. Yeah, that's the same. It's perfect. Yeah, they'll work fine. Trying to max out the AK-47. It's a good gun, man. Once you finish with that, I definitely suggest for you to be on the RM. Yeah, the RM68 is a lot of fun. It used to be like the best gun in the game for like ages. They nerfed that gun like 3 times before they actually nerfed it. But they changed it so many times, but it was just, the gun was so good, they just couldn't nerf it properly. It would dink people from like way over 100 meters with ease. It took so little amount of bullets. You can have like a fast rate of fire. So I think they decreased the rate of fire at some point. And then they like reduced the, I think, the range on the damage of the range. So there was more drop off. So it wasn't laser beaming after that. But at that point, it was like 3 months already out. And then they nerfed it when it came to like the increase of weapon sway. And like spread and everything came along. But at that point, it was still good. So then they had to give it its final nerf. So it's 4th. And at that point, it got like nerfed. It was pretty, I wouldn't say weak, but they definitely nerfed it quite a lot. That's what put the icing on the cake. And then it was bad for about 3 months. And then they changed it and buffed it a little bit. And then it's pretty balanced now. But that gun's had a hell of a roller coaster. Yeah, I would say that's probably, except like the AK-24, it's probably the most weapons been nerfed or changed. The AK-24's had a lot, but it's also had a lot of like bugs as well with sights. Grenade! I don't want to reload him. Well, I think the mode I'm playing now is available all week. You definitely got to give this a go. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I was trying to get that reload in. You already came in. I feel like sometimes that's the most I die when it comes to like reloading. I think I need to find better areas to reload. Oh, we got the dub on this game. Yes, sir. These AIs with the rocket launchers are tough. They get a direct hit on you, you're gone. So I'm gonna get myself in there. Try to get some points for the flag.
We cannot let the enemy take objectives so easily. Stop them.
Perfect. So much XP, man, for just capping a flag. You get 500 for capping it. You get 200 like bonus. And it's like 15 or 25 for something else. It's actually the mode. What is the laser beam? This mode doesn't. It's just like all the Portal ones, like, you know, the Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and 1942 or 1943. Sorry, they all didn't get like the weapon sway change or the recoil increase. They just didn't do it in the update. I guess it probably just saved them time or whatever. So all these weapons perform just like the old school. How Battlefield did like a year ago. So you can laser beam with these weapons, no problem. Like, of course they do have spread. They did add spread into them. But they are laser beams anyway. All of them are. The SG is actually probably the best gun in the game. That one has insane damage. I can use the SGG next game. That is 100% the best assault rifle in the entire game. It's just a hidden gem. Oh, stretch. That's what it is. It's just a hidden gem. Because it's in this mode. Remember, troopers, you haven't left a like, please do. I would appreciate it. It's good to be back on the battlefield. Yeah, just watch how I'm going to use the STG. That's going to shock you. Oh, it fully backed me out though. Man, got such again. One of my dogs is snoozing right now. Two of my other dogs, they're both in heat right now. Yeah, they both started yesterday. I need to get them fixed, honestly. No, we found one place. It's quite far away, but they're doing it for a good price. So I think we're going to do something like that. But the thing is, it's just that I have to be prepared because they're both going to get fixed at the same time. And because of that, I need to get like another dog cage and everything. So they can all be separate. So I had to put a little bit of money into it before they even get fixed. But I found one place. It was a couple hours away, and they're going to do it for 300. I was like, perfect, that sounds good. Well, I waited for both my dogs to go through the heat for a couple of times. Because, like, one of my dogs, she was getting, like, UTIs all the time. So when we took her to the vets, when she was a puppy, that's when she was getting them. And it was just like, it's fine, it's quite normal, actually, for puppies to go through that. Is to just wait until they go through her first heat. And so then she should, like, you know, develop better and everything. And I was like, okay. So, hey, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate you coming to the vertical stream. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, so she went for a heat a couple of times. And then it was fine. She was all fine after that. But that's all she needed to do was just go through it. So when I got her sister, she went through a couple times because my other dog wasn't fixed anyway. So I was just waiting until she was a little bit older and then I was going to fix her. But they both been through the heat twice now, and now this is their third. Yeah, my goal was to try to get them fixed last year, but I had a bit of an emergency, and my heater broke on me. In December, my heater went. So yeah, it was a big deal. So I had to put a lot of money. A lot of money. Most of it wasn't even mine. That's how tough it was. Dude, it was awful, man. It was like 40 in this house. It was so cold. I was like streaming with my coat on. Awful. So what are you playing? I'm playing Battlefield 2042. Yeah, it was super cold. How you doing, Dan? Good to see you, bud. So wouldn't have to do it? Yeah. Yeah, well, we got one. We got one in Detroit for 600. We did. It was a quite new one. It was 2020. And it didn't have like the coolant in it. It's just the heat. But that's what we needed because we got ACs. I actually put them up yesterday actually, but we got ACs and they do a good enough job. So I got 600 for that, but the thing is we had to go and put it all together. So with that, obviously, I think it's like an extra like 200 or 300 of all the parts and everything we needed. Because we had to get all the metal sheet. So we can like re-add it because the one we had was much more smaller. And the old one was way more bigger. So we almost had to like recreate it. Like another shell around it. So yeah, it was right through Christmas. It cost us like $1,000. Pretty much get it all done. But yeah, it got all sorted. But it just sucked because obviously I had to pay my insurance and they took out like 600 through November and December. So it was just a really rough one. That's for sure. But it's done now. Yeah, it was actually cheaper to do it like that and actually spend the money than it was to do the insurance. Because our insurance was like a $5,000 deductible. So it was just cheaper just do it ourselves. But that was a nightmare, man. Well, thank goodness when it comes to like plumbing and stuff like that, I'm actually I'm very, very lucky when it comes to plumbing stuff because my neighbor, who I actually get along with pretty well actually, he's actually a plumber. And I believe he is a certified plumber now. He only needs to do plumbing for like 10 years and then he can apply for like certified. So it means he can do plumbing by himself. So he's been doing that forever. So yeah, my next door neighbor is a plumber. So if I have like any issues and stuff, he's like right there and he'll help me straight away. What is huge, honestly. Yeah, that is nice, that's for sure. Well, you know, you also got to think about it on the other end, right? If you're a plumber and you know that your neighbor is having like plumbing issues, what, are you just going to sit there and not do anything? You know what I mean? Like, if you know you can actually help and help them out, you're just say, like, you're just gonna turn them down. You know? But I get along with him pretty well. I think he's quite a nice guy. Plenty of sessions with him, that's for sure. I'm subbing. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm honored that I earned your sub. It means a lot. It really does. We recently just hit 26,000 subs, so every sub counts, man, for that 30 subs, you know, 30k subs. That's a big goal.
Reloading over here. Enemy soldiers there.
Heal yourself up.
Oh, dude, actually having like neighbors to get along with is really important. When I lived in the UK, I had neighbors who didn't like us. They would complain all the time when we was kids, just about noise complaints and stuff. I even had social services and stuff because we had a bouncy castle when we was a kid. We was them kids who had the bouncy castle, man, for like a year up. And I would play wrestling with my little brother, you see, and my neighbor called the social services on us because he was saying that I was beating on my little brother. He was a nightmare. He would complain about my dogs and everything, man. Our cats. He would complain about us leaving cat food out because they were luring hedgehogs and stuff. He was just such a miserable old man. Like, when I was a kid, we had like a shared hallway because houses in the UK, everything's cluttered. So you got like kind of like this hallway, like alleyway. And that's why I always put my bike. And he always complained about it, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. He was an asshole. So I'm playing Delta Force? Oh, nice, man. I just been playing that all week. Yeah, we was doing that new season. Hope you're doing well, Dan. Yeah, I gotta start mowing the grass. Everyone else is going out there doing it. So it's my first time we're playing Delta Force. Well, I hope the experience goes well for you, man. No, I think the honeymoon stage is definitely done 0. Yeah, I'm also waiting for it to come out on console, really. So I could play with my friends and stuff. So I have so many people on the other platforms that just can't play. Dude, I was so close almost hitting that guy, but it was an AI, so they just know exactly where to dodge it. Oh no, I saw how close it was as well. I was like, damn. So it just missed. Oi, oi, what's up, DJ? How you doing, man? Kev, what's up, man? How you doing? So, hey, Neon, what's good? So I saw that the leak on Reddit. It says the spawn beacons in Battlefield 6. Yeah. Was that a leak? Well, if it's a leak, then yeah.
Feindliches Panzerfahrzeug gesichtet!
Yeah. I would assume that people would assume anyway there's going to be spawn beacons, you know what I mean? It's a datemine leak? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what people want me to say half the time when it comes to all this stuff, you know? That's why I'm just like, is that a leak? Someone say that?
Friendly forces are targeting an objective in Sector Anton. Sector Anton is secure. We have an advantage over the enemy. We must keep it.
Honestly, the new Battlefield, like, it's its own feel. Like, it ain't gonna feel like Battlefield 5, but it ain't gonna feel like 2042. It's gonna feel like its own one. But honestly, if you play Battlefield long enough, you know exactly how it's gonna be. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm telling you guys, don't worry. Don't worry. It's gonna be fine, okay? So the voice lines, well, a lot of them are placeholder though.
Good work, Soldat. Securing sectors with precision. Our forces are targeting a sector chaser objective. Go back. Deserters will not be tolerated.
So you left Delta Force? I've been playing it all week. I'm back on Battlefield right now. Yeah, that game did come out like December. I haven't just started playing it. I need to get the flags, don't I? Just kind of just driving around right now. But I'll be back to it at some point.
Securing sectors with precision.
Oh, okay, so you're talking about the patch notes then, rightio. Come on, come on, come on. No! Nah, if it's an email, it's 100% legit, man. Yeah, if you're talking about the patch notes, yeah. Yeah, they public their Battlefield Labs patch notes to people who are participating in the playtest. So if you're part of the playtest and you get like a patch note for the emails, everything's free emails, by the way. Like once the next playtest happens and I think you get an email saying, hey, next one's gonna happen at this point at this time. You can also find it all through the EA playtest, because as soon as you're in the Battlefield Labs playtest, you're in the EA playtest, so you can actually see the timestamps of future playtests too. It's 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. That's how they do it. So the 2 weeks back on, hence why the patch notes, because they had 2 weeks off to fix the Battle Labs. But that's really how Battle Labs is going. It's exactly what they said it was going to be. You know what I mean? Like, Battle Labs is like the current playtest game. You know, everything they're doing and releasing right now, everyone testing out, they're using the players' feedback to improve it. So once we all finally get the chance to play Battlefield, it's going to be something what we all wanted anyway. You know what I mean? There's someone above. Where is he? There was a dude here. Supplies, I gotta go now. Alright, dude, you take it easy, man. Man, I'm telling you, troopers, some people just don't give me a chance to talk to them. Like, they come in, they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good, how about you? And I might not look at the message for like a minute, and then it's just like, alright, gotta go, bye. And they're in like 5 minutes. What are we talking about? Are we talking about Delta Force here or Battlefield? And no, it's not the point of how long they've been in the stream. It's just more the point that, like, they didn't give me a chance to talk to them. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine you came in, right, and you was like, hey, you know, and like, you was asking, like, hey, how you doing? Or you asked a question, it'd be like, hey, man, like, what setting should I use? And then I just read it, and then you're just like, alright, peace out. Like, you didn't give me a chance to, like, talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't the point of, like, someone leaving because they got something to do. It's just more the point that, like, they just don't really care what I have to say. You know what I mean? So, like, girls, so it's like, give Neon a second chance. My man. I put up my ACs last night. I put them all up. Yeah, it started getting a bit more warmer. Actually, I feel a little bit warmer now, but I don't know. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I don't know if I have like a cold or something, but the weather is like 80, and yet I still feel chilly. I don't know how to explain it. It's like in my bones, I still feel cold. But it's warm outside, so I might be a little bit poorly. Sound kind of stuff. Nah, that's because of cotton mouth. I got a really bad cotton mouth right now. Okay, there you go. Now you can hear me better now. Yeah, I had pretty bad cotton mouth. That's the same, yeah, it could be like just in the heat, or I might have like a cold or something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. it's not gonna bother me because it's not like it's making me sick. It's just I've noticed that I still feel pretty chilly. Like I'm still wearing a hoodie and it's like 80 outside. By the way, troopers, I need some help, right? So usually for like Mother's Day, I take the mother-in-law out for a meal or something like that, right? But this time around, I want to try to do something different where I don't take her out to a meal. But the question is, what do I do? Like, I just don't want to seem like that me and the wife are taking her out to a Mother's Day meal all the time. You know, because it almost just feels like we don't have like anything better else to offer. That makes sense? So my question is what do I do? Yes, my wife's mum. Yeah, we do have a bowling place pretty close, but then it'd just be the three of us.
Objective secured. We've captured Sector Chaser.
Go-karting. You know what's funny is I actually done go-karting with my mother-in-law, but she's had a lot of medical stuff over her time, and she's also got like really bad like fibro, so she's like walking China, man. So the last thing I really want to do is put her in a go-kart, you know. It's a strip club. See, now that's some serious stuff right there. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie with you. That's on the list. It's right at the top. I'm not gonna lie. But apparently, the wife said that wouldn't be a good thing to do. I said to her, I was like, oh, so you know your mum better than I do, then, huh? Put terrorists on it. So you see this long? So I'm putting only 30% down now. That's it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I just need some help. So right now we got golf karting or go-karting, not golf. So go-karting, bowling, and strip club. What else we got? That's the top three. I'm gonna have these lists because I need to give it to the wife. A movie, you could do a movie. Yeah, I could do a movie. A movie's a good shout, you know. It's good money as well. Doesn't cost too much. Could do the Minecraft movie or something because I haven't seen it yet. That's a good shout. Okay, movie 4. What else we got? Remember, these are approval from the wife. Okay. All right. That's like trying to get a day off from corporate. Okay. So I need some good questions. A help milf. I don't know what that is, but I'll put it on the list. You just made the list. It's a shame she doesn't drink, because I would just take her to like a brewery place or something, you know what I mean? This is me gonna date single mums? No, no, no. Where did that come from? No, no. Dude, no. First off, I'm married for like 6 years. Second off, talking about Mother's Day, where I could take the mother-in-law for our Mother's Day with the wife. Kev, I have done that many years ago, man. It is a lot of fun, that's for sure. I go in there and I plug in my microphone and I tell them, I'm like, get a new console. Buy a new gen. I go in there, I'm like, you guys suck. I'm gonna go on the PlayStation. To play Verdansk? No, I'm not gonna play COD. See, she doesn't do like any of the smoke stuff, DJ. She just does the edibles. If she was that, dude, I already got everything figured out. But she's just an edible person. So Delta Force and Battlefield trash now? Well, that's your opinion. I like the game. But yeah, I have no interest in Call of Duty, dude. Taking the Eiffel Tower. I don't think you're taking this very seriously. Well, the two good ones right now is the movie and bowling. I can't do bowling just like 3 people. That's kind of lame. You gotta do it with more people, you know. But if I'd done bowling, I could do it with more people, but it just can't be on Mother's Day. What's still fine, right? Does it have to be Mother's Day I do it? Should be fine. What's my best romance memories for both me and my wife? Oh, I'm sorry, man. There we go. Just went around just getting all the flags. Didn't take that long at all. Remember, guys, you haven't left a like, please do. Would appreciate it. Back on the battlefield. Yeah, I do like the bowling one. That sounds like a better solution. And and it's like so close to me. So like, we could do it where, or we could do bowling and then just invite her back to ours because it's so close. Now we can do something here. I talked to wife. I think we got something cooked up here, guys. Whoever said the Bolden one, shout out to them. So you get a cookie? Yeah, you can get a magic cookie. Shoot him! Shoot him! See, this was where the whole conversation started. The issue is that I feel like most Mother's Days, we've just been taking her to meals. We've just been taking her to restaurants. And we do that all the time. And it's not like we can't do that, but that's why I was just like, what else can I do? Because I just don't want it to be another time where I just take her to another meal. And it just seems like that's just the same thing. And I don't know, I just feel like for myself, it just doesn't feel like I'm making enough effort. So if I feel like I'm not, then I can't imagine how she feels, you know? Like, imagine like, it's your birthday, and your wife takes you out to a meal all the time, and she does nothing else special for you. You know, same as vice versa. So I just want to do something just different. For at least just once, you know? Especially as, like, you know, the last, like, many years and everything, she's had loads of medical issues. And then the years before that was COVID. So the last thing we really wanted to do was go somewhere super public. You know what I mean? Hey, welcome back, man. But the bowling one seems more reasonable.
Easy there. I got you. Keep back.
We've secured both objectives and taken the sector.
That's how you do it.
What's cosmic bowling?
Sector secured. Let's move up, men.
That helps. Oh, it might just be me tripping balls. It's a black light bowling. It's a lot of fun. I feel like a spa thing's like more of the wife than anything, and like that's also a good one actually, though, because that's something where I don't need to be involved in. You know what I mean? So yeah, we could do something with her, and then like my wife can just have that moment with her. That's a good shout. And I believe there is like a spa or something around here as it is. That's what me and the wife was talking about for our wedding anniversary. I think we'll be married for 6 years this year. Yeah, these ladies sure like their nails done. The question is though, what is cheaper? Bowling or nails? You know? If I can find some sort of deal. So do you have all the guns mastery? I have some of them. You can't see it just yet. I'll wait until this game's done and I can show you how many I've got. I think you'll be pretty impressed with my collection. How many guns do you have mastered? Dude. Okay, well we won anyway. To bowling 1%, right? I feel like I can smash bowling for like a price of like $60 for everyone. To think only 3. Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely have more. I'll show you my weapon collection. I can also show you from the badges as well. I don't know what is my most used weapon. I don't think it's in the SMGs. PWA is 221. Got 312 for the RM. 362 with the AK. Okay, so my most used gun is the AK. So you got 136 with the NTW. That's my most used sniper. I don't know what is my most used pistol. I barely use pistols. I think I know which one it is. Yeah, the PF51 is my most used pistol. Yeah, I definitely got to consider the nails one, especially because usually the my sister-in-law, we usually book a spa or something for the mother-in-law on Mother's Day. So if I talk to her and if that's something she's gonna do, then I could try to organize something with her, so we can actually have it a bit more planned out. You know what I mean? Because if she could do a spa for her, or like getting her nails done, then I could just pay for my wife to get hers done. Oh, this sounded more expensive though, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? I was just like, I was thinking, oh yeah, you know, it won't be that bad, isn't it? Now we're like thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this is sounding expensive. You know, now thinking about this, I kind of want to backtrack and just go back to a meal. So how many do you have left? None. I completed them all. I got all the weapons completed. There's a married man here, so I gotta take some notes here. Yeah, I feel like if it's something with the wife, it's easy to plan out or figure out. But when it comes to the mother-in-law, it's just like, oh my goodness, you know? To replace the gold masteries with the red ones in it. Yeah, they didn't even update it either. Like, there's no such thing as like a tier 2 or anything either. Or anything. So yeah, you just get the one skin. I wish you could grind out on more rarer skins. Oh, hello. Just chilling in the corner. What was he playing? Oh, it's too late. So it's Friday Eve. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. See, I kind of have like the same schedule as my wife, so today feels like my Friday because she's off for the next couple of days. Oh, so you got some distance issues then, right, yo? Yeah, well, my family's all the way in UK, so they're pretty far away.
We got enemy forces attacking one of our objectives. Don't let the enemy take those objectives and force us to react. Support package ready to deploy.
Now that is how you do it.
DJ is just a dealer. So there you go. This is your mother-in-law dose. Well, that's what I can do. I can get the edibles and everything, but she doesn't do any of the flour. It was a huge letdown, because if she does the flour, I could do so many things, man. Honestly, DJ, she was super picky about the smell. She didn't like the smell, and I don't think she does even now. But because for the longest time, I would always like be separate away from her, and of course, I like out of respect, I'm not gonna be like in the living room blazing. But yeah, like I always had to be distanced, but I guess because we was in our own home and everything, and my sister-in-laws was here and they also partake as well. She wasn't really bothered, and she just kind of just chilled and hanged out with us. Even my wife was just like, why is she out here? Like, before she didn't like get into the smell. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think she's just picky and she just can't get into it, you know. But she won't get into any of the pens, nothing. It's just edibles. That's literally it. It's just the edibles. She's done that syringe stuff though, what some gnarly stuff, because that syringe one, that's like that really pure oil where you just put a drop on your finger and it can, like, you know, it can do a good number to you. She does stuff like that. That's what I'm saying, like she's like really heavily into it. But I'm just like, it must be an exhausting thing to go through with the edibles. Hey, that's all good, Zero. Hopefully I'll speak to you later on, man. If not, I'll see you around, alright, bud? I'm going to be here tomorrow, and then I'm going to be off for, I think, Saturday, and then I'm probably going to do a short stream on Sunday, and then I'm going to be off Monday. That's what I'm going to do. So it'll be streaming tomorrow, day off, streaming, day off, and then I'll be back on for the rest of the week. Alright, take it easy, bud. Yeah, we haven't took a day off, Trooper, since last Tuesday. Not the last Tuesday we just had, the last Tuesday. Nope, poor guy didn't make it. Yeah, Troopers, I'm going to be doing repo tonight. So I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. So anyone who wants to have a good session with me, that's where I'm going to be at. So while playing Battlefield games, there's many times it's a bit bored. Sometimes it is, but then if I get bored of it, I just don't play. But I don't do the older Battlefields because they are the ones what bought me. Because they're so old that I just don't enjoy them. Because like I already been there and played them in its prime. When it was like the most modern function of controller support or whatever, you know what I mean? So at that point, I was just so focused just on just the newer titles. But like right now, the two I play is Battlefield and, well, 2042 and Delta Force. That's really the only two I play. So no Delta Force, not today. Not today. I'll probably be back on Delta Force next week. Yeah, we've been playing Delta Force since last week and this week. But yeah, we're going to be returning back to Delta Force, I think, Sunday. We're going to be back on Delta Force. Yeah, we're going to be back on Delta Force Sunday. So just Battlefield today and tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Delta Force Sunday. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting until they add the new weapons, because right now you can get the new weapons in operations only, but once you got the new weapons unlocked, you can actually use them in warfare. So it's like super exclusive unless you go into operations to get the new guns. But I just don't want to play operations. So I don't want to spend all that time. Apparently they're supposed to release the weapons for warfare on the 15th. That was the best. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Did you just start playing it on mobile? Yeah, we need to get some more of these flags. Struggling a bit on B3. We'll get B1 then. And that's B2, you know. No, it's B3. Or down below. Yeah, I'll be streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming some repo later on. Yeah, when I play like different games and stuff, I do it all on Twitch. Yeah, I don't stream different games on my YouTube channel. This is just really strictly Battlefield and Delta Force. I might do other games like the Final sometimes, but everything's on Twitch.
We're hitting an objective in Baker.
Should I need to catch it?
Enemies are taking control of more territory. Not good.
He did, he grabbed it, he squeezed it tight. Oh, did someone come and say something? Yeah, I don't see the hid messages. That's only something you see. The restream chat I use, I don't see the messages. Well, it's actually kind of nice. Because if they get marked up as spam, most of them are just not even positive anyway. So it's nice I don't see any of it. Except the vertical side.
Damn it! He's down!
Oh, good shot. Dave, what's up, man? This bump. What's up, dude? It's a little bro. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my god, I've forgotten all about that until now. Oh my goodness. See, it's crazy, dude, right? Like, these stuff, what happens, I feel like some people just can't let it go. And it's like, they'll be obsessed about it all day. And then I hear something like that, and I'm like, huh? And I'm, oh yeah. And then I remember, you know what I mean? I can't even remember the whole thing. Honestly, I don't even know what happened. Dude, we're always making friends, aren't we? We're always making friends. The problem is because I always try to say something back when I should be just like blocking them. That's my problem.
Hit the objective.
We'll be watching you. Over.
But yeah, I hope you're doing well, man.
We're targeting an objective in Baker sector.
Yeah, back on some Battlefield today. We'll be back on tomorrow as well. We're going to be doing Friday Night Battlefield. Today we're going to be playing the 1943 mode.
Cancel that one.
And we're going to be playing this just for today. And then we're going to be doing Friday Night Battlefield tomorrow. And then I'm going to be taking Saturday off. And then we're going to be back Sunday for some Delta Force. Then we're going to be taking Monday off, because that's my content day. And then we're going to be back on Tuesday. Well, I still don't know what I'm going to be streaming. Hello, Tina. Hello there. How you doing?
Forces have secured Able sector.
Oh, welcome, welcome, madam. I hope you're doing well. Oh man, they're really crunching these flags, huh? Do we not have tanks or anything? We do have a tank, he's just super far away. Let's go. Let's go. To the battlefield.
We're attacking an objective in Able sector.
Come here, little wussy.
Here, man.
Come on. Yes. There we go. See, it wasn't so hard, was it?
They've just taken Baker. Repeat, enemy secured Baker sector. Able sector.
There we go.
They're attacking objective.
Go on. Now you can push it.
We control an objective in Able sector.
We'll try the recent cards. Last recent card I played was Cold War for a couple of weeks. And then the last Call of Duty I played before that will probably be Black Ops 3. Is the last one I played before that. It's been about 10 years since I actually like fully stopped playing since I fully stopped playing COD.
Position secured.
You played Zombies on it yet, DJ? I was gonna say Zombies is a lot of fun. So doing great. So I re-downloaded MW3 to 2011. Oh, so got into a hacked lobby, so deleted it. Yeah, them old cards, they're kind of done at this point. They're like super hacked. You know, you can't stop them anymore. The games are so old. You know, that's why I said like older games, it's just not the same anymore. You could just, you know, you had to experience them in its prime. Or while it's still popular, at least. Because you can't go back to older cards anymore. What's the other guy? I got food shopping delivered from 4 to 6 today. Yeah, my wife was she's putting the shopping list together. She said she was gonna book it in the morning. But then when I checked in, she didn't, so the time came in later. Yeah, I know they revived the servers last year and made all the games popular. That was cool. But yeah, now that all the games are hacked and everything again. So that's a shame. So COD 4 and Black Ops 1 seem to be the only games that are not hacked. You find hackers in COD 4, but that game is so old school that most of the time you don't even need like hacks, you know what I mean? Like everything just transfers over. You could just give someone hacks, you know? It's like it's so common over there, but a lot of people just choose not to cheat on COD 4. Best Black Ops games is Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. That's it. There hasn't been a good one since then.
Enemy soldier, there!
Able sector is ours.
Above, I hear him. Be nice. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. I can't even get up there, dude. Oh my goodness, there's so many people. Oh, behind. Oh! Shit! There we go.
Lots of losses, man.
the fate of casual games is in battle for hands. No pressure, huh? Oh, why were you there? I'm sorry.
I've got up.
Black Ops 2 is still unavailable, so it's like the only card to avoid. Yeah, with that game super hacked as well. Once I stopped playing Black Ops 2, there wasn't a hacking problem when I stopped playing it. And then over its years, it started getting worse.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Yeah, not adding skill-based matchmaking to Battlefield is a huge decision. And that's awesome, because that's what makes Battlefield so fun. I think if you add a skill factor into it, the random stuff won't happen as much. So you won't get that true only in Battlefield moment stuff. Because like the reality is, right, you know, you usually have people go around like engineer, but like then people like being an engineer taking down vehicles, they probably won't have that much of a good KD because they're gonna die quite a lot, you know, because they're just going around trying to take down vehicles. But that's a Battlefield moment, and that's also a really good asset to have on your team when you're playing like games like Conquest or whatever. So adding skill-based matchmaking is gonna put that engineer, who is a really effective person when it comes to air vehicles, it's just going to put him into another skill lobby where I'm never going to meet matched with that person. Because that's the problem. That's why Delta Force shouldn't have it. That's what I'm saying. That's why they should never have skill-based matchmaking. Because like there's so many different play styles for so many different stats that you can't. It's like, because if you start doing skill-based matchmaking, you're statting with people who play that same level. Like, see, I see it with Delta Force. You know, here I am playing an assault guy, being being sweaty and everything like that, and yet I bump into the same type of players who play just like me. I'm not bumping into engineers. I'm not bumping into medics. You know, I'm not even bumping into pilot players. Nothing like that. It's just the play style. It's just the assault, aggressiveness, and that's who I'm bumping into with Delta Force all the time. But with Battlefield, you find everything because there's no skill-based matchmaking, so there's a whole flow of player base. You know, because there's all sorts of play styles. So, but 2042 matchmaking so usually puts me into empty lobbies. Yeah, because like there's not really a player base for this game. You know, if this game had skill-based matchmaking, it would be dead. You know, this game is only pushing like what I think it's like 30k, 40k player base. And you split that into all regions, that, you know, like there's probably only a couple of thousands playing in like NA side. And then you have to consider all the different game modes, and I think like this one here, you know, this is 18 versus 20 right now, and it just has bots, you know. Maybe so, man. Maybe so. I don't know. I think that's whole speculation to even talk about if there is skill-based matchmaking or not. I don't think there is. But if it is, then it's probably not that strong. It's It's not like it's not like Call of Duty. It's not like them games. Them games have ridiculous skill with matchmaking. Oh, he's hiding in the trash. I think I might use a sniper, you know, because they're all at like damn distances where I can actually snipe them.
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Okay, that's the teammate plane. I think it's the bomber.
Infanterie gesichtet! Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Haha! Volltreffer! Feind neutralisiert!
Feindliche Einheiten! Da drüben! Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet! Feindliches Fahrzeug gesichtet!
Feindliche Infanterie!
Seid in dem Bereich vorsichtig!
There's one.
Feindliche
Oh. Oh, just got him.
Deckung!
Just got him. Oh, what the earth? Good snipe. Alright, I'm gonna spawn back over there. Kinda wish I had a further sight, you know.
Gesichtet!
Feindliches Flugzeug geortet! Feindliches Flugzeug! Feindliches...
That last one, I knew that completely missed.
Infanterie gesichtet!
Come on. Ah, sniping. I don't even know where that guy's trying to snipe, you know.
Das gefällt mir ganz und gar nicht! Da! Nein! ignoriere
Where?
das. Da ist ein feindlicher Soldat!
He's trying to ping it, but I just don't see him. Oh, there's one.
We have taken out half of their men. They are weak.
Feindlicher Soldat! Da!
I don't even see him. I'm a big fan of like both. I like the modern, but I also like the, you know, the old school too. But I've already played Battlefield 1 and 5, so I've already experienced that old school like war feeling. Like for me personally, I would love a Vietnam. I would love that. So it's like some old school, but not too much old school. Because we haven't had a Battlefield Vietnam in a long, long time. Obviously, we know that this Battlefield, we're not getting Battlefield Vietnam. We're getting something completely different. But soon, hopefully, it's going to be that. So you want some company? I'm only going to be on for like another 30 minutes, DJ.
Feindliche Einheit gesichtet!
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Oh, ho, ho.
Hier drüben sind ein paar Feinde.
Feindliche Einheit gesichtet!
Oh, ho.
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Feindliches Flugzeug gesichtet.
Oh, ho.
Einer von uns wurde getroffen! Feindliche Einheit gesichtet! Mann am Boden!
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet. Feindlicher Panzer. Da.
It's a tank.
Das ist ein feindlicher Soldat. Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet.
Cool. Imagine I hit that. No, it's some crazy bullet drop with actually the car. There's a runner, right? You see a runner there? Yep.
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Da.
Yeah, I prefer the 5-man squad as well. I think 5 is better than 4. And it doesn't matter, because like, you don't need to have a full squad of 4 of friends.
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet! Feindliche Infanterie! Feindliche Truppen! Da!
Oh man, I didn't even know who to snipe. Well, they ain't getting this. I think this is pretty obvious that we won this game.
Feindliche In
A sniper right at the back, he is way too far. But there's the other guy. Oh, I can't even ping him now. Here's one. Just an AI. Oh, I actually hit him though. Nine tickets left. There he is. Hit mark. There we go.
Gebt mir Deckung! Ich muss nachladen!
I don't know who that is sniping, but he sees me. There we go, GG.
We will return home as heroes.
I knew sniper was going to work out well. Thought it'd be a rush, and I think all the enemies are going to be coming my way. So, missed Battlefield 1 pre-movement. Yeah, I actually liked the movement before they nerfed it too. I wasn't a big fan of when they nerfed it. I think once they did nerf the movement of Battlefield 1, I was kind of ready to play the next Battlefield at that point. And when it came to Battlefield 5, I was already ready to play the next one because I was actually excited to play 2042. Because I thought 2042 was going to be like a banger, you know? Obviously, we know how that all turned out, but that's why I was so excited to get off 2042. I couldn't wait. I don't know if any of you guys remember. No, it's a long time ago. Depends how long you guys have been here. But yeah, I remember when I said to my stream, I was like, "This is it. It's been my last Battlefield 5 stream. I ain't coming back to it." And I kind of kept my word on that. I did not go back fully to Battlefield 5 again. I stuck with 2042. But I was so convinced though that the next Battlefield was going to be good that I actually meant it when I said that I didn't want to go back. And it'll be the same for this one too. I'm kind of hoping I don't really go back to this game either. You know, I'll never take out of question of like if I'm going to play it again. I will at some point, but not like a religious thing. I didn't mind Battlefield 5 either. It's just that I played so much of it that I just don't want to keep doing more of it, you know? It's like this game. I got all the weapons complete now, so once it's like it's done and the next Battlefield comes out, it's really hard to go back to a game where I feel like I can't really do any progression. The only thing I can progress on is just like content, you know? But then at that point, once the game is so old, what content is there to cover? You know what I mean? When everything has already been covered. Just like 2042, it's a shame that it's been discontinued because there's really not a lot you can do in this game now. But they still at least release seasons and portal weapons, so it still keeps it some sort of alive. Come on. Yeah, if you troopers have not left a like on the stream, please do. Would appreciate it. We're going to be doing 2 streams today. I'm going to be streaming again on Twitch later on tonight. I'm going to be playing some repo with the wife and the fam. So hopefully I can see some faces in the Twitch stream later on tonight. Yeah, I don't know what time I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, but I'm going to be on Twitch tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys over there. We can have a smoke session, all that. Yeah, 2042 got discontinued like 6 months ago or something like that. And that's the thing, the next Battlefield's not coming out until the end of this year. Or it could be next year. It could be in April. So you got about a year and a half of waiting until the next Battlefield. But then that's the thing, with all the Battlefield labs and everything, they got so much cooking for a while. These guys are happy to just catch you. I can't believe that, like, they allowed me to take it. Dude, I think GTA 6 is going to come out before Delta Force console. In my opinion. Yeah, because we're all just waiting for the release date. I'm not gonna lie with you, I'm kind of surprised they haven't announced a date just yet. But I think at this point, there's so much hype around it that everyone knows that there's going to be a new GTA.
Vorsicht in diesem Bereich.
So I think because people already know there's going to be a new GTA, I don't think they're going to have such a long window before, like, pre-order to launch. But it's got to be coming out soon.
Cannot let the enemy take objectives so easily. Stop them. Soldiers,
Oh yeah, that's without question, DJ. That's without question. Honestly, I think if GTA releases really, really late in the year, then GTA is definitely not coming out. Sorry, I mean Battlefield 6 is definitely not coming out. If they release GTA 6 in September or October, Battlefield's not coming out. Well, it's kind of better to just rename your game just by one instead of actually giving them weird names, you know? I think the only game would be dumb enough to release a game title at the same time frame as GTA is probably Call of Duty. But then honestly though, considering that Call of Duty is almost mandatory to like come out every single year, yeah, I don't think GTA 6 would be that worried about it, but they also know that they're going to be launching with COD. So they probably add that to a factor. They're definitely not worried about Battlefield.
Ausgezeichnete Arbeit.
Seid hier, besonders vorsichtig.
Yeah, everyone's going to be playing GTA. So where are you from? UK. Yeah, I was born and raised there. I actually live in the US, so it's still early for me. But yeah, I am British. No, GTA 6 isn't worried about COD. But that's the thing, like, do you think Call of Duty is going to change their day? Do you think, because if they did, that would be the first time Call of Duty releases on a different day.
we have lost an objective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but do you think that's going to hurt Call of Duty then?
Control of an objective to the enemy.
If, like, they release similar time as GTA? Isn't that going to do worse for them? Because that's what I'm saying, like, do you think that's a good thing? Like, you know, like, I get it for Battlefield, because Battlefield doesn't really have anything to stand on. You know, at least Call of Duty, when they release their game, they will still have, like, some sort of decent launch. You know? But they also know that it's going to still hurt because of GTA. And there's not really that many games out there that make Call of Duty go, ow, that kind of hurts. You just never know. But this is the thing, right? It's like, if GTA starts doing that, and all these other studios start moving their dates around, then I have a really bad feeling that that's going to become a trend. Right? Where, like, other games come out, they have so much hype and so much talk around it, and then, you know, other games start moving around because they're worried about how the launch is going to be, you know what I mean? Or it could be just that GTA is GTA, you know, there's no other better game out there than GTA. That makes sense? So it might be just because of that. Speaking of games, so this marathon game, what everyone was hyping about, and I was like, I don't know. Well, it seems like the game sucks, apparently. I saw some gameplay of it. I wasn't that impressed, man. Not gonna lie. It looked kind of clunky. But I get it was alpha, but dude, I don't know. That game just doesn't even look for me. I don't know, it's just the game itself is an extraction. Like, I have absolutely no interest in extraction. It just doesn't seem good at all for me. Hopefully it can get better, you know, it seems like a lot of people like it. But since the alpha came out, a lot of people said it kind of just, it's just super boring, it just sucks. I don't know. For me, it doesn't really tickle my interest. So I actually like the looks of it. So I heard a lot of people say it's boring. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's boring. It's just bad. This is not that bad. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's like a buggy game. It just seems pretty boring. It's quiet, you know. That was definitely an overhyped game. And dude, I kind of knew that from the get-go though. Like, the trailer seemed all good and everything, but it was just a trailer. You know, I was just like, alright, okay. Because everyone's like, oh, you gotta play this marathon game. Like, you guys know that loads of people came in and were saying about the game. And I was like, alright, I'll just wait until gameplay comes out, we'll see what happens. And there we go, you know what I mean? It's just another typical 2042 thing. We all felt for the trailer. Yeah, like mouse and keyboard, aim assist and stuff. We can watch the review after this game if you want to. Can someone drop Ender's video in here? I'll be curious to hear what he has to say. But yeah, I did hear there was aim assist and mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I'm not trying to bash on the game. I'm just more of just like, I think people were way overhyping over something they didn't even know what was gonna be, you know? And like, now the games came out, everyone's just like, oh. You know? It's like they all was expecting something different than what they actually got, and it's just like that's the same way how 2042 was. We was all expecting to get something else than what we actually got. It's been 6 years of development. Yeah, it's tough. I have that same feeling with Delta Force right now, you know. Because I remember before their game came out, they said they was ahead of schedule by 4 seasons. And now, technically, we already had 4 seasons. So it means this is all their ahead schedule content. Yeah, I want to watch it, Muffin. Hey, girls, come on. Lily, Chewy. Is that just the title of it? I just kind of want someone to link it to me so I can just grab it quick. Second Chance of Concord. Is that actually... Is it Concord devs? Is it the same group? Is it? Oh, if it's the same group, we all should have just learned our lesson. Perfect. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, man. I can just grab that straight from the stream. So I see it on the restream and the link is fine. Don't think send. Yeah, that might be a DJ thing only. I didn't think about that. Well, you can also link in my Discord as well. That would be easier as well. But yeah, I didn't think about the streaming chat. That's my bad. I should have just said to people to put in the Discord. It's alright, lesson learned. What did we learn today, guys? YouTube links don't work unless you're a mod. Yeah, I don't allow any links on YouTube to go through. So that's why. Stop like scams and spams and stuff. Since blocking links and everything, it stopped like bots coming in. But it's alright, I see the link from DJ. I appreciate Muffin dropping the link as well, man. Yeah, we'll watch it after this game. We'll hear what he has to say. I'm assuming this is Ender's, right? So, he's not that happy, right? But I wasn't that impressed with it, so I'm assuming his response is pretty much how I would feel. I've always said about it, like, I know Ender's is a very negative person, but his feeling about the game is very similar to mine. He may directly take that out in a different manner or whatever, but the way how he thinks about the game, like the way how it should be treated, is the similar way how I think. MFG, what's up, man? I don't think Ender's that negative. He's just a very criticism person. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, it's an example. If, right, just say this, right, we're hanging out and, you know, someone dropped trash, right? And they drop trash on the floor, you know, and you tell them, going, hey, can you pick that up? And they don't listen. After a while, when you keep telling them to pick it up, that tone of the voice changed a little bit different. Although I do think he gets pretty mad quite easily over stuff what I don't think is as big of a deal. But I also understand why he can get mad though, because it's like when you sit there and you like, just like with Delta Force recently, you sit there and you're like, hey, this is what we should be doing. This would be a great way to fix the game and improve it. And they don't listen. It gets pretty annoying. You know, but like that's the thing. Like today's video, the video what you guys saw today, that is probably the most negative you're gonna get out of me. That's the best I could do, champ. You know. Yeah, for someone his size, and he's doing Delta Force and Battlefield, yeah, I can imagine it's kind of stressful. But yeah, I can also imagine it must be very difficult to be mad about most games and stuff. But I don't think he's that bad anymore, honestly. Like he's been doing loads of like videos about like feedback and everything too. Or you've been like doing play styles of like the way to teach you to play. But you know, during 2042, like the whole like nightmare and everything, like, you know, them topic videos were just the booming thing. It just was, you know. And unfortunately, the reality is, you know, content wise, negative is usually the most positive outcome in content creation. I wouldn't say it's a positive outcome, because it can also bring negativity to you. But I mean, like stats wise and stuff, you know, you make a lot more money through topics like that, you know. But I don't know, man. Game's the game, you know. I mean, people do it their ways in different ways. I just try to be the way how I am as a person, you know what I mean? Like, if I see you in person, you pissed me off, you know, like you was rude or disrespectful, I'm gonna make sure you know that. You know what I mean? I'm not an asshole, I won't get physical or anything like that, but I will make sure you know that you're an asshole. You know, but yeah, I try to make sure I'm the most truest as I possibly can. Like, there's been enough people who know me from the online world who have met me in person now, and then just being like, okay, yeah, Neon's just Neon. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you see me in real life, where I might be a little bit more socially awkward because you're there, you know, but I'm still the same geezer. And I think for some people get so wrapped up in a bubble in content creation that when you see them in person, it's like they're completely something else. And I you know, although I have like kind of the general character with the pink wig and stuff, but like, you know, I still want people to know me for me, you know. I'm a very personal guy too. I share quite a lot of my life. So I'd rather just be me, so you guys know who I truly am.
Feindliche Infanterie gesichtet!
Yeah, as I said, at the end of the day, there's an agreement and there's a disagreement, and that's the blessing of the world, you know what I mean? Like, you know. But I gotta give them credit though, you know what I mean? Like, there's not that many big people out there nowadays who actually tell the truth. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's like tell the truth, but it's definitely more of like speak up. Like, you know what I mean? We really needed bigger like creators to speak up. And, you know, it didn't mean like every creator had to, but most creators just left. You know, most people left, you know. It was just like, you know, the people who it matters just didn't stand up, you know. So it was like, the reality was like Enders was the only big person who actually like put his foot down. No one else did. But I also knew I couldn't really do that either, because it would just put me in a bad light. Yeah, because this is the exact reason why people don't put their voice out there too much, because like all of you know, it just brings a bad light. I do agree though, like Enders has calmed down so much more. He has, like, he got himself banned. He was banned on 2042 for a week because of something he said on a YouTube video. What is crazy, by the way. Because like that's insane. Like, you're only allowed to be banned from in-game. So example, right? People was trying to threaten to dox me. They were sending my personal information and like calling my wife's phone number from work and everything. They were sharing all this information, right? And they was trying to like dox me and everything like that. And they got it all through like my Battlefield account, right? So I tried to get EA to do something about it, right? Because they would keep stream sniping me, and they would do nothing about it. And I told them, it's like, hey, these are people who are stream sniping me all the time. They keep leaking my information, sharing my address. Can you do something? And they said, we can't do anything outside related. It's only if it's in game. That's what the community manager said to me. And then I sit there and I'm just like, well, if he says in-game, then how does people like Enders get banned from a comment he mentioned of a dev from a YouTube video? You know, I'm like, that's out of game relative completely.
I'm going to die
Yeah, that sucked. I got that stuff sorted though. Just got to do with the police. Yeah, well that's exactly it. Yeah, I got it sorted after that. Well, I was worried, you see. I didn't want to get swatted and stuff. You hear it all the time, you know what I mean? And it doesn't even matter how big or small you are. And I don't want stuff like that. So where you at? To Delta Force miss you? I'll be back soon on it. I'll be back soon. When they drop in Delta Force, they're dropping it on a console hopefully soon. I know they're taking a sweet time, that's for sure.
Greif die feindliche Stellung an!
Good luck, squad leader.
Some late to today's stream. Yeah, you're quite late. But it's fine, man. It's fine. We're gonna be back here tomorrow. We're gonna do another day of Battlefield. And then we're gonna be back on Sunday. I'm taking Saturday off. And then we'll be back on Sunday. And we're gonna be doing Delta Force then. For joint live chats. See, I'm such a very solo type of player though, so I wouldn't really have that many people to joint stream with. I've been doing it on the Twitch side because it makes sense when I'm like collabing people over there. It's still a good perk though to have on YouTube. Oh, the vertical and horizontal? Dude, I've been screaming at that forever, man. Yeah, if they put horizontal and vertical streams together, then the viewers would be together, the likes would be together, the chats would be together, and if you're on phone, you just flip it to horizontal to vertical. You just flip it. It would make it so much easier. It would be easier to actually control the stream too, especially for my mods. Poor buggers have to go to 2 streams. That's why I couldn't do the Twitch streams anymore. It's 2 PM, so break time for work. Hey, that's all good, man. That's all good. It's annoying with the modern. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's very annoying when it comes to modern. No, I make sure that the chat is pretty controlled, I guess, to a degree. I let people have their freedom. I just don't want people to be a dick. That is it. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want people to be respectful. That's the only thing I ask. If you can't offer that, then you just ain't gonna have a good time in the stream. That's kind of how it goes.
Resistance to the Empire is absurd.
We cannot stop them alone.
It's the Star Wars. My other screen gonna switch. I'm waiting for my other monitor to switch over. Come on. There we go. Alright, here we go. So this is it. Says that WTF is Bungie thinking, Marathon's first impressions and gameplay. Are you guys all ready? This is the Marathon honest review. Oh, you can't even see it. You guys, and you are nowhere near ready. You are nowhere near ready. Okay, you ready? This is 10 minutes long, alright? If you need to grab a doobie or a beer, go and grab it now. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute, okay? Go. Giving everyone a chance. Is this the game? What, Marathon? Yes, I believe so. There's also another one from, there's also another one for Big Fry TV. So, William. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, first impressions on Marathon. This is a Bungie game. It's an extraction shooter, and let's just say there's some massive controversy. So buckle up, this is going to be a complete doozy of a video. If you enjoy the channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and swing by the streams. All links are in the description. Before I get into the massive controversial topics, I'm just going to give my general thoughts on the gameplay experience of the game. Okay, so when it comes to the playable characters, I think some of them are very interesting, and some of them are pretty boring. There's a character that has a drone you can throw out that basically just blows up on people, it seeks out enemies. He has wall hacks, and if you break someone's shield, they leave a trail on the ground. To me, that just really seems like you're getting a lot of help from the game. It basically feels like you're cheating playing some of these characters. Another character has a bit of a movement boost ability where you can use your movement abilities more often without filling up your stamina bar or your heat bar, as they call it, too quickly. You can do some pretty crazy outplays. The slide is super long on that character. There's another character with a shield. It's bright green. I like to call it the Mountain Dew shield. That's more of a defensive style character, but he does have offensive options. His other ability allows you to use a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher while you are shooting at people. So the TLDR here is, this is definitely a hero shooter-ish take on an extraction shooter. You have a bunch of characters with different abilities. I'll briefly touch on performance here. I was getting drops to about 160 FPS. I have a pretty great computer. I have a 4090 and a 9800 X3D.
Yeah, that he said he's getting drops of like 160 FPS, and I know he's like on a 50 series card or something. So yeah, this game is what, 6 years in development? Who said that? I remember someone saying about it, 6 years in development.
I was not using DLSS, but that's always how I try to test game performance. If I don't have to use DLSS, I really don't want to, but it looks like in this game, you're probably going to have to use DLSS if you want to push really high frame rate. And don't get me wrong about the performance, the game was still absolutely playable. I'm just a little bit disappointed in the performance because the game doesn't really look that taxing on your system, like the art style and the textures and all that stuff. And speaking of the art style, this is going to be one of the controversial points.
You would assume that, so he said he has a 4090. I swear he has a 50 series though, because he won a 50 series card. He won one in a Battlefield tournament, or a Delta Force tournament. But no, seriously though, like looking at this game, there's barely any textures, so you wouldn't think that this game would run that bad, you know?
Me personally, I really don't care what games look like. I think the game looks just fine. I wouldn't have any reservations about playing it with the way it currently looks. But for some people, it's one of their main critiques about Marathon right now. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it. So I think the art style is going to be hit or miss for quite a few people. In terms of the gameplay, it has the typical extraction shooter sort of gameplay loop. You select what you're going to take into the lobby, and then you drop in. There are teams
no, this is the old
tournament, but you can also choose to play solo
That was
squads
a different
with
tournament
no
for the
fill,
50 series.
You drop in the game,
Monitor is what you won a couple of days ago.
Then, of course, you
no, this is the one I talked about like
buildings,
December.
collect loot, kill the AI for more loot. There are contracts you can accept from factions. So for instance, I kept getting this contract where I had to download schematics or something from this terminal on a certain building. That was pretty easy. I just had to like hit a button one time and I got some rewards after I extracted. In terms of the pace of the game, this game can definitely be a bit of a looting simulator for a little bit. Like, yeah, you'll fight some initial AI. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll come across a team pretty early. But the way I experienced this game when I was playing it is I drop in, I run for about 2 minutes, I maybe kill 6 AI, then I spend a lot of that time looting and rotating to the extraction point, and maybe along the ride there, I fight another team. If I'm being honest, this pace really didn't satisfy me. I felt that there wasn't enough fighting. I do realize they're calling this game an alpha, right? But I don't really know. Like, the game's been in development for 6 years, allegedly. Something tells...
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you gotta be honest, troopers. We're nearly 4 minutes into this. Is this 6 years? Like, this is Bungie, by the way. Just want to point it out. This is Bungie. Like, what's Bungie made? Can someone give me a game? What Bungie's made? Like a top title, at least. What's the top title Bungie's made? Surely someone's got a list. Because I guarantee you they made something before, right? Isn't Bungie the ones of Halo? Oh, not every game goes for Unreal Engine. Some games have their own engines, just like Battlefield, they choose not to, like COD and stuff. So not all games have to go Unreal Engine. Also, Unreal Engine's still very buggy and new. I do know PUBG's going to Unreal Engine soon.
Me that this isn't truly an alpha, they're just calling it an alpha. And they can do that, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily true. And I'm completely aware this alpha and probably the betas that come after this are going to be used for feedback, and I think the pace of the game is going to be something that is going to be looked at based off of the feedback from these sessions. I think they could probably just add more teams, change the way the AI spawns, something along those lines, maybe even make the map smaller, I don't really know. Touching on gunplay briefly here, it's very, very straightforward. There doesn't really seem to be any mechanics here. It just seems like laser beam gunplay with a little bit of recoil. You shoot weapons, you pull down, you'll be alright. Now, you might be listening to this, and you're probably just going, okay, well, he said there's going to be some controversy in this video. Where's the controversy? This all sounds pretty middle of the road so far. Well, what if I told you there is aim assist / bullet magnetism on mouse and keyboard enabled by default in this game? And I'm going to lean towards calling it aim assist more than magnetism, because to me, in my experience, when I was playing this game, it is actively moving my crosshair. And this level of aim assist they have on mouse and keyboard in this game isn't weak. I'm actually going to stop calling it aim assist in this video. I'm going to start calling it what it actually is. Cheats.
Well, yeah, you saw it, Muffin, with Delta Force, yeah, because like the actual Operation Warfare is Unreal Engine 4, but the Black Hawk Down is actually Unreal Engine 5, and that's where they got a lot of issues from, is because of the Unreal Engine 5. So Reddit said that there was the worst AAA games.
Developer-enabled cheating. Okay, that's how strong this is. I literally was calling it full-on aimbot while I was playing the game, and it is. And for me personally, if they don't entirely remove this setting, I will most likely never play this game again, for multiple reasons. Number one, when you're playing a game on mouse and keyboard, you should never have aim assist, okay? Mouse and keyboard is not an input that requires aiming assistance.
QR code trying to be a shooter, that's a good one.
It does not require aim assist, slowdown, rotational aim assist, bullet magnetism, larger hitboxes, whatever you want to do. It is not required on mouse and keyboard and should never be there. If the developers of this game were hoping that this would help close the gap between controller players and mouse and keyboard players, they were very, very mistaken. The correct course of action in order to balance mouse and keyboard versus controller is, believe it or not, actually nerfing controller aim assist and never giving mouse and keyboard any sort of aim assist. The answer is never leave controller aim assist the same and then give mouse and keyboard aim assist. That is just absolutely deranged. And again, some people are going to comment down below, Enders, this is an alpha.
It is pretty crazy, though.
Really?
Wait a minute,
Well,
wait. By the way, Bungie's the ones who's making Halo, right? Didn't they add aim assist into Halo for mouse and keyboard? I think they did, didn't they?
I just have to be honest, guys, with the development time this game has undergone, it does not take 6 years for them to understand that they should have never added this setting in the first place. Make no mistake, they know exactly what they're doing by adding this sort of...
So what is I can't even say the word, his speech impediment kicking in. You know what, I'm not even going to say it. So what's the difference with that? And then the aim assist, what's the difference?
Setting. And I know Bungie has a history with this, right? People are going to tell me, Destiny 2 has bullet magnetism. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. It shouldn't be in Destiny 2 either. Mouse and keyboard should never have any sort of aim assist. Ever. Period. It completely nullifies the entire point of playing FPS games. Why are we just getting rid of any and all skill expression?
Aim assist from controller, but on mouse?
Like,
oh,
what
okay.
What other assists do people truly need? Do we need people to
I think playing on mouse and keyboard, I realized
like
that you don't need aim assist on mouse and keyboard.
Is there going to be an assist that moves
You
their
really
character
don't.
away
It's
out
not
of
that
the
difficult to aim with a
lethal grenade kill
mouse.
range? Like, I don't understand. What more do people need in terms of assistance? And if nobody else is going to say it, then I guess I'll say it. I don't like this bitch-ass game design. I really don't. Stop adding this goo-goo gaga-ass handheld bullshit to these games. But it's okay because we all know the answer, right? It all comes back to the same thing it always does. Money.
Yeah, Enders does complain
For some
a bit,
reason,
doesn't
they
he?
probably got data, right? The data is a big thing nowadays in game design. They probably looked at the data and it said, well, we can probably make more
pretty
money
funny,
if we
though.
keep a higher percentage of casual players around. Therefore, we give mouse and keyboard aimbot so more people can hit their shots. Without considering the fact that what they just did completely and utterly destroys the very fabric of FPS gaming. So overall, my first impressions of Marathon are very mediocre. They really are. Like, the game, I think the competitors, right, the other extraction shooters that are out on the market are probably just better than Marathon and don't have these problems that I've detailed to you in this video. I can tell you with absolute certainty that if they do not remove mouse and keyboard aim assist, I will probably never play this game again, and neither should you, by the way. We need to send a direct message to at least one of these developers by actually just killing their game by not playing it because of these shitty decisions they're making. I get the game is an alpha. Do I think they're gonna remove this stuff? No, I really don't. I think there's a very, very low chance that we see mouse and keyboard aim assist or magnetism or whatever you want to call it removed from the game because, like I said previously, they know what they're doing. They're not ignorant. The people that added this during the development of this game knew exactly what this would do. And simultaneously, they also knew that there would be people complaining about it, and they still did it. They still took the risk.
Yeah, the operation's still doing pretty well.
Is the game could be maybe like a decent-ish extraction shooter option if they removed mouse and keyboard aim assist, but as it stands right now, straight up 0 out of 10. I don't care how much hate I get for that. 0 out of 10 game. So with that, that's going to wrap this video up, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I might play this game again. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm really not that interested after experiencing the mouse and keyboard aimbot today. We'll have to see if they change it. And if they do change it, I will most likely revisit it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Well, no, this was the point that I think what he was trying to make in the video as well. And also someone mentioned it in my stream too, is that it's already been 6 months, or 6 years, sorry, in development. 6 years. in development. And that's how far they got, you know what I mean? So it does bring that question, doesn't it? Alright guys, that is going to be it for today. I appreciate everyone being here. I'm going to be here later on. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. So if you guys want to be here, we're going to be doing some repo with the wife and the fam. So if you want to come over to Twitch side, it's just Neon PWA. And I'll be live in like probably 4 hours or something. She's excited because she knows I'm going to take her out now. That's why. Every time I end my stream, she gets so excited because she knows I'm going to go out. Okay. Alright guys, thank you so much everyone being here. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you all enjoy the stream. Check out today's video if you haven't seen it already. Tomorrow, Friday Night Battlefield. Don't miss it. I should be live at regular time. And then we'll be back on Delta Force on Sunday. Take care. Lots of love. You guys are freaking awesome. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the members. Shout out to all of you guys. See you all in tomorrow's stream. Bye. You gonna say bye? Give him a little salute. Huh. There we go. Bye everyone. Bye bye.